Hello, so today I'm going thrifting and I'd love for you to come along. Whenever I'm in an area where there's a thrift cluster, I just can't help but go and check out all of the stores there every time. Let me know if this is the case for you, but in Melbourne, there's quite a few suburbs where there's a bunch of op shops within maybe 200, 300 meters of each other. And I love it when it happens because you know that you're going to find something in at least one of them. Going to Mini Ponds for an appointment, and near the clinic that I'm going to, there is a thrift cluster. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 different thrift shops. So we're going to hit them up. Today I'm specifically looking for some baggy jeans, or they can be like flares as well. After culling all of my skinny jeans, I've been like scared to buy any jeans. But yeah, I'm also open to other trousers as well. I'm not really wanting kind of the office-y type of look, but yeah, something, I don't know, something a bit more funky, a bit more casual. I guess we'll see what we find. Apart from that, I'm also looking for some vests and kind of layering type pieces. I really love this top, so I would love to find other versions of this kind of top. And yeah, I'm also looking to do a bit of a room refresh, so I'll be on the lookout for some cute little decoration pieces, some frames because I have a few things that I need to put up, and maybe some prints as well. But we'll see what we find. All right, let's go. The first shop I visited is the largest one on the list. First, I ended up looking at their Something Special rack. They've organized this section by color, and this time they've had a lot of red and blue items, which were just too bright for me. And there were some nice branded items in this section, but none of these were really my style. I found these really cute loafers, but they were too big, sadly. In the skirt section, I found so many cute looking skirts. It was actually insane. I ended up picking up quite a few to try on. I absolutely love the print on the skirt, but it sat a little bit funny on me, and the fabric was this really cheap, uncomfortable satin. And it turns out I'm really bad at judging my size. Pretty much nothing I tried on fit, but I did find this cute skirt. And this one. I really wanted to love this one because it's so unique, but it was just a little too tight on me, and I really wasn't sure about that little pleat section on the bottom. And there were a few other things that looked great on the rack, but just not on me. And I was considering grabbing this cardigan thing, but I wasn't sure if it was going to get worn much. I really love the cut and the style, but I'm just really not a huge fan of it being black. I don't really like it when there's a big color contrast with my outfits. And for $20, it wasn't really worth for me to try. I looked through the pants section, but I couldn't find anything interesting. And then I ended up skimming the other sections quickly as I already spent an hour and a half here, and I wanted to have enough time to visit the other shops. I love the patterns on these skirts, but the cut is just not doing it for me. This top is pretty cute as well, and looking back on this, I'm not sure why I didn't try it on. Maybe it was the polka dots. I grabbed this piece as soon as I saw it, because it's exactly the kind of loose knitted top I was looking for. This shop is one of those smaller ones, so everything was a bit pricier, and because of this, I think I was really picky with the items that I wanted to try. But there was some really cool and unique stuff there. I had better luck with the jeans section here than with the first shop, but still most of it was skinny styles or faked in. I was so tempted to get that guest bag, but I just have too many small bags that I just don't use. In the end, this top didn't really sit well on me. I think the bottom was an awkward length, and it's not really a top that you can tuck in. I thought this shop was pretty good for knitted pieces, but I was trying to stay away from the same kind of beige and brown pieces that I already have. And I feel like this shop had a bit more actual vintage clothes compared to the others, but it was also the similar type of pricey that's on par for the smaller op shops. And the shop also had a lot of brand new items with tags on, but again, these were a lot more expensive. This jumper was really cute, very 90s and zany, but it was so uncomfortable and it was pretty stiff, so I feel like I wouldn't be able to wear a layer underneath it either. And I wasn't too sure about this one. Maybe if it was in a different color? It was labeled as new, so from memory, it was about $30. So I felt like it wasn't worth it. I really love this shirt, but I wasn't too sure about what to wear underneath. It is a little bit extra, so I don't know if it was going to get much wear in my closet. And finally, I found these pants, which I ended up grabbing. I'll show them in a better light at the end of the video. And the last shop is Lifeline. This one was a bit bigger than the last two shops that I've gone to, but I feel like the prices here were, again, on the more expensive side. This skirt is pretty cute, but I'm not sure I'm brave enough to wear it. I have found some cool things here before, but today I guess I wasn't very lucky. And I was pretty disappointed by the amount of Anko and Shein items that were pretty much selling for the retail price. I did find this really cool vintage cardigan and I was considering buying it, but I just couldn't justify the price as it wasn't in the best condition. And then it was time for my appointment. Alright, so let me show you what I got. So from the Brotherhood of St. Laurence, I don't think I actually got as many pieces as I thought I would. I think I tried on maybe about 10 things, but a lot of stuff just didn't fit me. So yeah, the first thing that I got is this shawl. I think it's a shawl. I'm pretty sure it's handmade. There's no tags or anything, and I just really love the design. I don't think it's super warm, but I think it'll be a really good layering piece for maybe autumn, kind of coming into winter type thing. And the next thing I got is this shirt. I think I looked at the pattern, I saw that it was collared and that there's like little tie things, and I just had to grab it. I think those types of collared shirts that I can just tie in the front that are a little bit baggy, they've become such a staple in my wardrobe. And it's from Miss Shop. I've never really heard of this brand, but I think it's one of those online type of fast fashion shops, sadly. It's a bit annoying that like vintage and retro stuff is trending at the moment, because every time I see something really cute, only to find out that it's from Shein, it makes me really sad. I don't think it's necessarily bad to buy sort of fast fashion pieces secondhand. If anything, it does make that problem a little bit better because you are prolonging the life of the garment. But I think just for your skins and comfort's sake, the fabric tends to be quite bad. And this one's viscose, so I don't think it's that bad from memory. This last item from that shop is this skirt. I'm such a sucker for sort of 70s type of patterns. I couldn't help but grab it, and it was one of the only kind of funky skirts that fit me. And this is from Primark. I think this is a UK brand. We don't have it in Australia. I do like the material. It's kind of like a, I don't want to say knit, but it's like a thick material. I also really love this kind of shape of skirt. I think it's very versatile. I have one in the exact same style that I've worn to death. So I'm quite happy that this is also in a similar sort of colorway, that I can basically wear the same outfits with this one. And next at the Uniting op shop, I finally bought some jeans. They're not as baggy as I would have liked, but actually I couldn't find many baggy styles. I'm assuming it's because that they're in fashion at the moment, but I swear all of the jeans that I was looking at, they were either skinny or they were cropped in a weird way. But yeah, I think for a sort of starter pair of semi-baggy jeans, this will do the job. The denim seems pretty comfortable, it's quite soft, and it's from Unspecified, which I've never heard of this brand before. So yeah, I guess pretty self-explanatory. And the next shop that I went to was the Australian Red Cross. I think out of the smaller op shops, I tend to get pretty lucky with the Red Cross ones. And I did end up getting lucky the other day. There were quite a few pieces that I ended up putting back on the shelf because I thought they were a bit too expensive for what they actually were, but I decided on the 2 pieces that I liked the most. The first one is this collared shirt. This is actually very similar to a shirt that I already own, which is also like a similar type of semi-silky kind of material, but I just love the feel of that other shirt, and so I knew that I'd also love wearing this one. And the funny thing is that both brands have labels cut off, so I'll never find out what brands make these kinds of shirts. But I think that this might be my last collared shirt for a while because I really do think that I have too much at this point and I need to focus on sort of the other aspects of my wardrobe as well, I think. And finally, the other item I got was this pair of trousers, pants. I just saw the fabric and I could not walk away from that. I wasn't seriously searching for these kinds of pants, but this type of pattern has been kind of on my wish list for a while now. Again, they're not as baggy as I would have liked them to be, but they're still very comfortable and I see myself wearing them daily to uni. Sadly, they're not vintage, but it's from Mango Suit. I'm not super familiar with the brand, but I think some of the pieces are quite nice. And I didn't get anything from the last shop. I think it was Lifeline. I did find a really beautiful 90s style cardigan, but it was $40. It was Sherpa wool and it looked like it was actually from the 90s, but you could see that it was a bit shrunk in a few places and it was a little bit worn out and had some pilling, so I thought it wasn't worth it for that much. So yeah, I walked away from that. I'm not sure if I'll regret it, but... And with that, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next.